Hello, and welcome to the Monday movie show. So, I thought it'd be cool for me to take a week and just try to watch a new movie, a new show, whether it be a TV show or like an anime. As long as I, complete a whole movie or some kind of show, I want to take each Monday to talk about that one specific movie or show. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. And today, I was recommended to watch Pulp Fiction. I never got around to watching it. There's a lot of movies that I haven't gotten around to watching, and like people keep suggesting, like, "Hey, watch this. Hey, watch that." So I think this would be a perfect thing to do. Just so then I could just rant and talk about various movies that I haven't watched, and actually get around to watching it. So today we are talking about Pulp Fiction. So the layout of these Monday movie show things, it's pretty simple. There's gonna be two parts. First part is gonna be entertainment value. Did I find it entertaining? And then the second part is going to be kind of the spoiler part, where I just kind of dive into the movie a bit and explain what I actually liked about it, and talk about maybe one specific scene or one specific aspect of the film that I really liked, and I'll show some clips of that as I'm talking about it, so then it could actually help explain and show why I like that scene. So, entertainment value, I'll give it a quick rating, because if you're here for just a rating, it's definitely going to be like a 10 out of 10 Pulp Fiction. The way I basically rate this kind of movie is just if it keeps me entertained all the way through. And my brain was constantly racing through this film, so it was definitely an interesting flick. I liked how it all flowed, and I'll talk more about that later. But it was definitely a good film for me. It's a 10 out of 10, and the thing is with ratings, there's never really a point where it reaches those max points, and I'm like, why not? This was one of those films that definitely kept me entertained, and it was definitely it was a good film. So entertainment value, it's good. And this series is completely new, and I'm no layout just yet. I just have these two, but who knows? Maybe down the line I'll add more. But right now, I think it's definitely a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. There's really no aspect of it that made me be like, okay, come on, let's get moving. It was all just like, what is happening, and it just kept me going. So now, let's dive into a specific aspect of the film that I liked, and it's it's pretty simple. I really like the way they introduced the two main peoples, the people played by Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. I really like the way they introduced them. Just driving in their car, and then also just the way they walk into the building itself. Just the way they set up those two characters was amazing, and I really want to dive into a full video essay, just explaining why I like this first scene. So I think I'll do that for tomorrow's video, for Tuesday's video. And I won't do this always, but like if I really enjoyed a specific aspect, I'll definitely dive into it more. But this whole movie really, I really like the way they wrap everything. Like I said when I was saying my entertainment part, it kept me entertained because they were explaining aspects of the film like subtly, but then they like somehow tie it into everything that's happening, and the way they do that is really amazing. Like I don't know how they planned it out, whether they the whole like script writing and whatnot, all that process went, but I could tell they really put a lot of thought into it, and then also just the way they piece the film together, like the way they show you different events, it really confuses the brain, but like once the events happen and like you hear people's names, it like starts to come together, and that's what I really liked, and that's why like I had my attention was basically always kept in this film, because I never watched it before, so like I was still trying to remember characters' names, and then like they would like talk about a character's name, and like, oh, so that's who they were talking about there, and blah, 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 blah. So there's just many things that was keeping my brain like occupied, so like I was definitely invested in the film, and that barely happens with some films. Like sometimes there's just monologue after monologue, and like all it is, they're just trying to get some information, and it's just the writers being like, okay, we need we need them to do something, and we'll just tell them through this random monologue. But no, this film, they had purpose to their monologue, and the way they showed each event. I don't know how they planned it and how they put it together like that, but it worked out somehow, and they did a good job. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I give this show, Pulp Fiction by Quentin Tarantino. I don't know how you say his name. I give it a good 10 out of 10. And I'm a simple man. If there's something I really like, then it pops out to me. If there isn't something that I don't like, then of course I'll point it out. So it definitely kept me entertained, and I definitely want to watch it again, just so then I could make the connections, because they said names and stuff, but like my brain was still trying to remember the name, and then when they finally show the face, I try to put the name with the face. So, anyways, yeah, it was a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna watch it again, and then tomorrow, on Tuesday, I'm gonna make a quick little video essay. I really love video essays, and I want to get into them. So this is another reason for me to try to get into video essays. So expect that essay tomorrow, and yeah, that's all I got for today's video. If you got any recommendations for movies, I only have a really small list right now, and I'm probably just gonna look up online and be like, what movies should I watch before I die, or before my brain gets all jumbled up in an old person. So if you got any movie recommendations, put it in the comments, or if you actually know me, then just tell me and I'll watch it. And yeah, next Monday I'll have a new movie, a new show, a new anime, something. I'll have something to talk about, and it'll follow that simple formula of entertainment, rating of the entertainment, and then a specific part of the film that I liked. So for this one, I gave it a 10 out of 10, and the entertainment aspect of it that I liked was the beginning and how they set up the characters. That'll be it. I will see you guys tomorrow if you want to see that essay, or I'll see you next week if you're just here for the new series. All right, bye bye, bye bye.